give a little. In these times, you gotta take a little. It don't matter where you're coming from. All I know that we're moving on. Just reach out and give a helping hand, and I know that you will understand. Give love on Christmas Day. Give love on Christmas Day. Give love on Christmas Day. Give love on Christmas Day.
In your mind, you gotta take your time. In your heart, you gotta play your part. Love is coming in from near and far. It's coming to find you no matter where you are. What are the child in the manger? So we gotta give peace and love to each other. Give love on Christmas Day. Give love on Christmas Day, yeah, 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 yeah. Give love on Christmas Day. Give love on Christmas
In these times, you gotta give a little. In these times, you gotta take a little. It don't matter where you're coming from. All I know that we are moving on. Just reach out and give a helping hand, and I know that you will understand. Give love on Christmas Day. Give love on Christmas Day. Give love on Christmas Day.
Good afternoon. Testing. Testing. Please stand for the arrival of Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Isle of beauty, Isle of splendor, Isle to all so sweet and fair. All must surely gaze in wonder at thy gifts so rich and rare. Rivers, valleys, hills and mountains, all these gifts we do extol. Healthy land, so like all fountains, giving cheer that warms the soul. Dominica, God has blessed thee with a clime benign and bright. Pastures green and floods of beauty, filling all with pure delight. And a people strong and healthy, full of godly reverent fear. May we ever seek to praise thee for these gifts so rich and rare. Come ye forward, sons and daughters of this gem beyond compare. Strive for honor, sons and daughters, do the right, be firm, be fair. Toil with hearts and hands and voices, we must prosper, sound the call, in which everyone rejoices, all for each and each for all.
Thank you very much to Abiya Israel. Please remain standing as we begin this ceremony with a word of prayer by Father Nigel Karam.
Let us listen to a text of Holy Scripture, Psalm 121. I lift up my eyes to the mountains, from where shall come my help? My help shall come from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. May he never allow you to stumble. Let him sleep not, your God. No, he sleeps not nor slumbers, Israel's God. The Lord is your God and your shade. At your right side he stands. By day the sun shall not smite you, nor the moon in the night. The Lord will guard you from evil. He will guard your soul. He will guard your going and coming, both now and forevermore. Amen. Let us pray. God, our Father and Provider, you have created and formed the world and all it contains. In your image of goodness and love, you formed man and woman, giving them responsibility and authority over all that you have made. Support us now, O God, with your grace, and sustain our communities, country, and region. May we acknowledge you as the source of all good things and giver of salvation in and through Jesus, your Son, your living word. Bless this our gathering this afternoon. Just as you feed us with your word and sacrament of the body and blood of your Son, you nourish and sustain our physical lives with the fruit of the earth, the provision of livestock, the fish of the sea, the clean and abundant water from our springs and rivers. May we praise and thank you for these gifts by being good stewards, guarding and protecting these resources for future generations. Keep our farmers and fisherfolk ever in your care, for by the labor of their hands we eat. As we recognize and celebrate these outstanding awardees today, may they continue to excel and inspire future generations to continue this essential work in agriculture and fisheries. Give vision and wisdom, Lord, to all in government, especially the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, as they formulate policies, introduce new technologies, and foster better practices for the good of this sector. We make this prayer in faith and confidence, trusting in your merciful help and abiding presence through Jesus Christ our Savior and Lord, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you very much to Father Karam for this blessing of the ceremony. Let me first of all recognize Your Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience and Social Security. Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly. Honorable Roland Royer, Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy. Honorable Julian Defoe, Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture. Honorable Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, Minister of State in the Ministry of Public Works and today representing the Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency. Honorable Lakia Joseph, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture. Other honorable members of Cabinet, Your Excellencies, the members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Mr. Ryan Anselm, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, other permanent secretaries, awardees, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Oh, that's lovely. Good afternoon to you too. Today, the government of Dominica is pleased to once again host its annual National Agriculture and Fisheries Award ceremony. This award ceremony represents government's commitment to recognize the contribution of farmers, fisherfolk, entrepreneurs, and other players in the agricultural and fisheries sector. Today we celebrate success and excellence in the agriculture and fisheries sector as we take a moment to award those of you who are gathered here today. To officially welcome you to this ceremony, I now invite Honorable Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, Minister of State and Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau South Constituency, representing Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, the Pal Rep for the Roseau Central Constituency. Let us welcome Honorable Hippolyte.
Your Excellency Silvani Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience and Social Security, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Roland Royer, Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, Honorable Julian Defoe, Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture, Honorable Lakia Joseph, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, other honorable members of Cabinet, Your Excellencies, the members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Ms. Corinne Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet, Mr. Ryan Anselm, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, other permanent secretaries, Father Nigel Karam, the awards, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all. As we gather today, let us give thanks to the Almighty for being here to celebrate the champions of Dominica's agricultural and fishery sectors. I bring you warm greetings from the government of Dominica and the people of Dominica. This moment is more than a ceremony. It's a testament to the unyielding spirit of our farmers, fishers, agro-processors, and innovators, and others who are the backbone of our nation's resilience and prosperity. Today, we humbly pay deserving homage to those who rise with the sun to till the land, brave the seas, and nurture our nation to abundance. Your sweet innovation and passion are not just feeding families, but fueling our economy, safeguarding our environment, and inscribing Dominica's name as a beacon of sustainability and food security agitators and pursuers in the Caribbean. Our government is committed to empowering you with cutting-edge technology, robust policies, and international partnerships that open doors to new markets and greater opportunities. We're not just supporting fisheries and agriculture and aligned sectors. We're boldly and aggressively, yet wisely investing in Dominica's future. This is being done in a variety of ways and on many sustainable socio-economic frontiers and initiatives. Climate smart agriculture. We're equipping our farmers with tools and techniques to thrive amidst climate challenges, from drought-resistant crops to smart irrigation systems and more disease-resilient crops. We're ensuring our agriculture is future-ready. We're breaking barriers to ensure your produce reaches local, regional, and international tables. Our partnerships with regional and global markets are opening new avenues for our farmers and fishers. The Roosevelt Skerrit International Airport shall facilitate that drive and slam open more doors to prosperity in our country. We're inspiring the next generation to see agriculture as a vibrant, profitable career path. Through agri-tech programs, internship, and youth-focused projects, we're building a pipeline of young talent. We're investing in roads, storage facilities, and processing units to enhance efficiency and reduce post-harvest losses. Grant and technical support. Government's robust policy of economic transformation is seen through many initiatives such as the provision of new boats, engines, and gears to fisher folks, and serious investment in agriculture and agro-processing and manufacturing. To our awardees, your stories of grit and triumph inspires us all. Whether it's adopting innovative farming practices, leading community projects, or pushing boundaries in fisheries management, you're charting the course for Dominica's growth. Your dedication is a testament to what's possible when passion meets purpose. Your heroic efforts are not without challenges, for you have made the sacrifices and maintained your focus. The role of government is to continue to guide and facilitate your continued development. We are partners in this. To our youth, let this be a clarion call. Join the noble quest. The future of Dominica is being written in the fields and waters, and businesses and minds and hearts, and we invite you to be a part of it. The opportunities are vast, and the impact is profound. Imagine leading agribusinesses and fisheries continue driving innovation and spearheading sustainable projects that transform communities. To our partners and stakeholders, your collaboration is the wind beneath our wings. Together, we're crafting a Dominica where agriculture is synonymous with innovation, sustainability, and prosperity. From private sector allies to international agencies, your support amplifies our efforts. My dearest awardees, this is just the beginning for greater things that lies ahead. As we celebrate this day, let's look ahead. Let's envision a Dominica where our farms are hubs of innovation and productivity. Our fisheries are models of sustainability and excellence. Our rural communities thrive through agriculture-led growth. Our food security is strengthened and our exports flourish. Our processors must see themselves not just as processors of products, but become the true processors of a progressive mindset to transform attitudes, build aptitudes that generate progressive and sustainable social change. Let this awards celebration ignite a blazing red fire in us all. A fire that propels us to greater heights, that fuels our pursuit of excellence, And that reminds us that together we are unstoppable. To every farmer, fisher, agro-processor, and innovator here, I say, your work is seen, it's valued, and celebrated. Keep pushing boundaries. Keep inspiring us. As we honor and welcome you, distinguished awardees, let's recommit to our shared vision. A Dominica where agriculture and fisheries drive prosperity, sustainability, and national pride. Welcome to the 3rd National Annual Agricultural and Fisheries Awards ceremony. Let the celebrations begin. May God continue to bless all of you. Thank you, Honorable Hippolyte, for your welcome and also an overview of some of the work being done in the agricultural and fisheries sector. The pioneer and champion of this national award ceremony is none other than Honorable Roland Royer, the Minister for Agriculture. At this time, we now invite him to offer remarks. Let's welcome Honorable Royer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, I just did it. Let me first acknowledge the presence of Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Mr. Burton, Honorable Dr. McIntyre, the Acting Prime Minister, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House Assembly, Honorable Shakira Hippolyte, Parliamentary Representative for the Rosas constituency. Good afternoon. It is a profound honor to join you for the 3rd Annual National Agricultural and Fisheries Recognition Ceremony, a moment in our national calendar where we pause to celebrate who feed us, who sustain our rural communities, and who fuel our economic growth through the daily labor. Today is not simply an award ceremony. Today is a tribute to resilience, dedication, and the unwavering spirit of Dominica's farmers and fishers. Our farmers and fishers are the backbone of Dominica's food security. Through storms, drought, market fluctuation, evolving consumer demands, you continue to rise to the challenge. You rise early, you work late, innovate with limited resources, and remain steadfast in your commitment to national development. Today, as we present these awards, we extend our gratitude. Thank you for ensuring that Dominica continues to produce safe, nutritious food. Thank you for contributing to a more diverse and resilient economy. Thank you for exemplifying the spirit of build back better in every field, every fishing ground, and every small business you operate. Your excellence and persistence inspire us as policymakers to do more, to invest more, and to move the agriculture and fisheries sector to its rightful place as a driver of national prosperity. The government of Dominica has made a promise after Hurricane Maria, a promise that agriculture would not merely recover, but transform. Hurricane Maria wiped out our farms, flattened our livestock infrastructure, scattered our fishing fleets, and erased decades of progress. We essentially began from a clean slate. But today, standing here, we can proudly say that we have rebuilt with vision, strategy, and with determination. We are now witnessing the fruits of an agricultural transformation that positions Dominica as a leader in the region for agricultural diversification, innovation, and resilience. This transformation is not theoretical. It is happening in our greenhouses, our laboratories, our fisheries complex, on our farms, in every community across Dominica. So, allow me to highlight some of the major initiatives that are defining this new era for agriculture and the fisheries in Dominica. At the new Agricultural Science Complex funded by the People's Republic of China, we have entered a modern era of plant biotechnology and mass propagation. We are currently producing 15,000 pineapple plants and 10,000 dashing plants through tissue culture. We are actively optimizing protocols for sweet potato, ginger, white potato, cassava, banana, and plantains. This facility places Dominica at the forefront of modern agricultural science in the Caribbean, allowing us to supply disease-free planting material consistently, reducing import dependency, and expand commercial production. In partnership once again with the People's Republic of China, we have introduced new fleet of tractors and tillers, now actively supporting land preparation across the island. And we must also recognize the ambassador for the partnership and providing support to the agriculture sector. Thank you, sir. These machines are currently assisting farmers in the white potato program, reducing labor costs and improving efficiency. Mechanization is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity for modern agriculture, and our farmers now have greater access to the tools that increase productivity. We are aggressively rebuilding Dominica's citrus industry to restore it to its former prominence and expand it beyond past levels. 50,000 plants are currently being propagated. Distribution of selected varieties has already begun, supporting farmers with improved genetics and greater market potential. To ensure long-term resilience in the citrus sector, we are constructing a citrus certification facility at Londonderry, now 80% completed. This state-of-the-art facility will have the capacity to produce 50,000 clean plants, ensures disease-free propagation, and supports sustainable auctions and export potential. This is a game changer for Dominica and positions the country as a regional leader in certified planting material. We are wrapping up the construction of a national abattoir, and testing of a processing line is expected next week. For the first time in Dominica, we have a modern, regulated processing facility for pork and poultry, and expanding capacity for agro-entrepreneurs, and improve food safety and traceability standards. The facility will enable farmers to participate more competitively in national markets, while working towards reducing the importation of meat by 30% by the year 2030. To ensure a reliable supply to the abattoir, the government has invested in constructing resilient livestock pens for over 200 pork and poultry farms. This is unprecedented investment in livestock, and the infrastructure demonstrates our commitment in building a strong, sustainable value chain. Recognizing climate variabilities and the increasing stress on agricultural production, earlier today, we handed over irrigation equipment to 84 farmers and bee equipment to 10 farmers. This is part of a national strategy to build climate resilience, encourage diversification within the sector, reduce crop losses during dry spells, increase local production and exports, and stabilize farmers' income and supply to market. A few months ago, we provided targeted support to agro-processors, including grants, equipment for food safety and compliance, tools to improve product quality and competitiveness, and this investment strengthened our facilities, enhance value addition, and provide new market opportunities for several women and youths around the island. This transformation also extends to the fisheries sector, a vital part of our economy and food system. We are currently constructing 5 new fish landing sites in major communities to include Stoke, Saint-Sauveur, Spotshead, Newton, Fokoli, and we have completed landing sites in Dubla, Biosh, and Maui. These investments improve safety, storage, and market access for fishers and strengthens fisheries value chain. Out of 54 fishing boats targeted for construction, 31 have already been distributed to fishers across the island. This is strengthening fish capacity and improving livelihoods in our coastal communities. Understanding the growing labor shortages in agriculture, we have introduced a farm labor support program. Several farmers have already benefited from this intervention, and we work to expand labor availability and support production targets. To accelerate investment in key commodities and agricultural infrastructure, we introduced the agricultural rebate program. Under this program, farmers who invest in selected commodities or infrastructure receive a refund on a percentage of the investment, encouraging expansion and modernization at the farm level. Together, this transformative investment in agricultural science, mechanization, resilient infrastructure, citrus revitalization, livestock development, irrigation, agro-processing, and fisheries modernization has strategically positioned Dominica's farming and rural communities to fully capitalize on the wave of major natural capital projects now underway, including the International Airport, the new marina, the cable car, and expanding hotel infrastructure. By strengthening production capacity, improving food safety, modernizing value chains, and expanding both crop and livestock output, we're ensuring that local farmers and fishers can meet the increased demand for fresh food, agro products, value-added goods that will accompany the growth in tourism, trade, and connectivity. A stronger, more diverse, and resilient agriculture sector means more reliable supply to hotels and restaurants, more export-ready produce for new air and sea links, more agro-tourism experiences, and more opportunities for rural employment and entrepreneurship. In short, agriculture is being rebuilt deliberately and aggressively, not just to recover, but to align with the fuel Dominicans' broader economic transformation, ensuring that our people benefit directly from the country's historic investment in national development. Before I close, let me return to the heart of today's celebration. To our farmers, thank you for your strength, your innovation, your courage, and your commitment to Dominica. To our fishers, thank you for your braving the seas, sustaining our diets, and contributing consistently to food security. To our awardees, your achievements and inspiration to us. You remind us why we invest, why we innovate, and why we continue to transform this sector. So today, we celebrate you. Tomorrow, we continue to work together to build a modern, prosperous, and climate resilient agricultural and fishing sector for the Commonwealth of Dominica. So congratulations to all the awardees, and may God continue to bless our farmers, our fishers, and our beautiful nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for this comprehensive overview of all of the work being done in the agricultural sector. At this time, we will now invite the patriotic dancers of Grand Bay to present a cultural performance. Patriotic dancers, are they in the house? Okay. Okay, patriotic dancers, let's make them feel welcome.
Nous sorti habitation pour Vandawe. Nous ka planter meilleur manger, nous bat tout le monde. Nous travaillons ouais, pour nous planter yo. C'est mon après c'est ça nous fait. Nous ka content. Nous sorti habitation pour Vandawe. Nous ka planter meilleur manger, nous bat tout le monde. Nous travaillons ouais, pour nous planter yo. C'est mon après c'est ça nous fait. Nous ka content, nous sorti habitation pour Vandawe. Nous ka planter meilleur manger, nous bat tout le monde. Nous travaillons ouais, pour nous planter, oh, c'est mon après c'est ça nous fait. Nous ka content. Nous sorti habitation pour Vandawe. Nous ka planter meilleur manger, nous bat tout le monde. Nous travaillons ouais, pour nous planter, oh, c'est mon après c'est ça nous fait, nous ka content. Habitation pour Vandawe, nous ka planter meilleur manger, nous bat tout le monde. Mazowe dewo 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 Mazowe dewo ba moi la kay moi pour moi ou les comme moi Mazowe dewo 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 Mazowe dewo ba moi la kay moi ou les comme moi Jou verse pour moi souper midi soleil c'est pour déjeuner. Soleil couché, c'est pour moi, c'est bas, moi, les caméras pour moi, rouler comme moi. Comme moi. Jour versé pour moi chanter, midi soleil c'est pour moi danser, soleil couché c'est pour moi coucher, bas moi l'air pour moi rouler comme moi.
very much to the Grand Bay
patriotic dancers, and it is great that we have these young people who are so invested in the culture and can provide these performances year-round. It's not just an independence activity. So thank you once again to the group from Grand Bay. The government of Dominica continues to make significant investments in the agriculture and fisheries sector through targeted investments and policies that drive growth in the sector. At this time, I'm very pleased to invite Honorable Dr. Irving McIntyre, the Acting Prime Minister and also the Minister for Finance, to offer some remarks to you this afternoon. And I know that he's very pleased that many of the awardees are coming from his constituency this afternoon. Welcome, Honorable McIntyre.
Thank you very much, Ms. Prevost. Let me first recognize Excellency Silvani Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Joseph Isaac, our Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Roland Roy, our Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, Honorable Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, representing the parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central constituency, Honorable Lakia Joseph, Parliamentary Secretary, Minister of Agriculture, other honorable members of Cabinet, Your Excellencies, the members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Ms. Karen Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet, Mr. Ryan Ansem, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, other permanent secretaries, Father Nigel Karam, the awardees, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good afternoon to all of you gathered here today. It's my pleasure to be here. But before I continue, let me just express my Prime Minister's apologies. He had to be out of state. However, he wished he would have been here, and he conveyed his sincere congratulations to all the awardees here this afternoon. But I would also want to just explain the very importance of us being here this afternoon. This is a very strategic and transitional time in our development. A time where we are building a modern economic infrastructure which involves all the different areas and aspects that we put together that will bring us to the growth and development that we want to achieve. Now, in building this modern economic infrastructure, there are quite a few different areas that would come together. These are the parts of the puzzle. These are the trees that make up the forest, so to speak. So for instance, there's energy, which we have to deal with. And to make sure we have enough energy that we can move to the next level. We also need to have proper infrastructure. We need roads, which is the road to bring us to development. So we need roads and bridges, so that's just another example. There's the digital aspect of our development, which must be there. We have to move along with the times. We have to move along with the times in terms of our health development, in terms of our education and our human resource as well, in terms of our water sector. And I can go on, but these are just some of the examples of the major areas within our economic infrastructure that we're trying to develop as well. One critical part of this is food security. And this is the reason why we're here today with the Ministry of Agriculture, that we can recognize our awardees here today. Now, the food security part, it's a very important part, because that will also augment some of the major developments that are going on in the country. So for instance, we're building an international airport, soon to be open in a couple of years. We're also investing in a marina. We're also investing in a cable car. There are so many different projects and programs going on. All of these will obviously bring hundreds and thousands of visitors to our island. And obviously, let alone feeding ourselves, we have to be able to feed these hundreds and thousands of visitors coming to our island. So this is where agriculture comes in, to feed ourselves and to feed our visitors. This is where agriculture comes in as part of the modern economic infrastructure. This is where all the productivity comes from. When you put everything together, then we're going to have productivity. Now, we have two pillars that we've been developing on. Our first pillar is resilience and sustainability. And our second, which drives the second pillar, which is growth and development. So for instance, this morning, we gave out close to $1 million to beneficiaries, 84 beneficiaries for the irrigation system, and another 10 beneficiaries for the honey producers. But apart from that, this government has actually, since Maria, post-Maria, we've actually invested $148 million in infrastructure only. Now that's putting aside fertilizers and all the other inputs. That's just in infrastructure. So for instance, 40 million was for feeder roads, another 75 and 22 million, that's from the Agriculture Livelihood Program, and then we had another 11 million from the Tissue Culture Lab. And that's just infrastructure, as I mentioned. But what it tells you is that, as the Prime Minister says, it's all hands on deck. So here we have the Ministry of Finance that will go through all these procurement and to make sure we can, and all the different, to get the equipment and all of those different things, and to get the loans at concessionary rates. And then the Ministry of Agriculture takes over in terms of the implementation, and then it finally comes down to you, the farmers. So everyone has a part to play, from where we get the funds from, these are loans, to the implementation for the Ministry of Agriculture, and then finally to you, who do the production. None of us we can't do without each other. So there's no us and there's no them. We have to do it together. And this is the beauty why we are here today, to award you, because we are fully aware of the challenges the farmers face. Climate change, we know what it brings. Your pest and your disease, the adverse weather events, the storms, we know what happens. So we are aware of all of these challenges, and this is why the government is always there, trying to cushion the effect of these challenges. So for instance, in terms of farmers, duty waivers, whether it's your vehicles, whether it's the equipment that you import, in terms of the duty, the excise tax, and the import duty, we waive those because we know the challenges that you face. Tax, there's no tax on you as well. So the government is playing its part by making sure that we can cushion the effect of these things. And all we're asking for you is just to cherish those gifts, cherish that investment that is being made into you, and to maintain, whether it's the equipment you got this morning from the Ministry of Agriculture, whatever the case may be, but just to make the best use out of those things that the government is doing for you. Now, we also very much aware of the importance that agriculture plays in our development. As a matter of fact, Dominica is the highest in terms of the percentage that agriculture contributes to GDP, which is close to 18% in the entire CARICOM region. Most of the other islands are in single figures. We are close to 18% of our GDP comes from agriculture, which is a significant amount. Granted, we want to get to 700 million contribution by 2030. If you were to ask me, I think we're very close to that already, considering that we might not be, recording a lot of the different produce that we do send out. But coming back to the point here, we've done so good, we've done so well, that we are 18% of our GDP, but we're still pushing you more because we still think that you can do more. And that is why the government will go to any extent to provide the assistance, whether it be financial, whether it be technical, whether it's with the equipment, because we know you can do it, and we have the trust in you. So we will continue to push as much as possible. Now, all of this can only happen when you have people leading from the front. The Prime Minister, you see, is dedicated, he's a farmer himself, and he's always put himself front and foremost. Apart from that, we have our guru, our champion, Honorable Roy. I think we should give him a round of applause. And with all of this, our friends, I see the members of the diplomatic corps here from Venezuela, and particularly our people from the People's Republic of China. Thank you very, very much. So my friends, I want you to look at this, all the awardees. You are part of the bigger picture. This is not a day where you just come and get an award and it's over. No. You're getting an award, but the entire country is looking on to you as part of the growth and development. So you have your part to play in terms of food security. Our food security is what eventually comes on our table, which keeps us healthy and which keeps us productive. So do not underestimate the part that you play in this bigger picture of the greater Dominica that we all dream of. You have a very, very important part playing in this greater picture of Dominica. So I want to wish all of you well. I want to say well done. And the sky is the limit for us. We as a government, we will continue to play our part with the financing, with all the assistance, and all we're asking of you is just to do what you have to do what you've been doing. You've been farming all along, and we are right behind you. We know it's not an easy road. We know what the weather conditions can be like, and you've persevered, you've remained there, and you've continued to produce for us, and we're just asking you to do a little more and produce more for us. I see some of my farmers from the Roseau Valley, Ms. Lanford, Mr. Deja. It's good to see you all here. Thank you, everybody. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dr. McIntyre, for these positive remarks and for encouraging our farmers to continue to grow, continue to farm, continue to fish, because our food security, our security itself depends on you. Okay, so we are here today because of you. We are here for the awardees, and we would like to start today to recognize and award a number of deserving public officers who have retired this year from the Ministry of Agriculture. I would like to invite Honorable Roland Royer to present some plaques of recognition to our retirees from the Ministry of Agriculture. We will start with Mr. Franklin Maglaw. Franklin Maglaw. Is Mr. Maglaw here? Okay, but we thank you very much for your service. Mr. Kenneth Carbon. Kenneth Carbon. Okay, Mr. Maurice Elize. Is Maurice Elize here? Yes, he's here. Mr. Maurice Elize. Mrs. Delia Coffee Weeks. Mrs. Delia Coffee Weeks. Mr. Clement Langley. The retirees are on vacation, I can tell, yes. Mr. Michael David. Is Michael David here? Someone is representing him, okay. Mr. Michael Beaufong. Michael Beaufong, is he here? Okay, but we would like to recognize all of these public officers. They have worked very hard number of years. They have dedicated to the public service, and on behalf of the public service and the Ministry of Agriculture, we thank you for your dedicated service and your contribution to national development, particularly in the sector of agriculture and fisheries. Once again, let's put our hands together for all of the retirees this year from the Ministry of Agriculture. At this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Sheena Harry to assist us with the citations for the national awards.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to invite Honorable Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte to present the first group of awards, please. Our first awardee for Outstanding Backyard Garden of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly honor Mrs. Bernadette Lawrence, our Backyard Farming Awardee. For over 25 years, she has transformed her backyard garden in Woodford Hill into a model of sustainability, food security, and rural innovation. Her award-winning rabbitry, creative nutrient recycling, and diverse crop production highlight her resilience and commitment to value-added, climate-smart farming. As a leader in the Northeast Women's Movement Agriculture Group, she champions equality and gender balance in agriculture. Her motto, grow what you eat and eat what you grow, and that continues to inspire her community. Congratulations to Mrs. Bernadette Lawrence. And this award is sponsored by the Dominica Social Security. The next award is presented for Outstanding Fresh Produce Vendor of the Year. And we proudly honor Mrs. Helena Leighton Williams, our Outstanding Fresh Produce Vendor of the Year. For over 4 decades, she has elevated the Roseau Market with true farm-to-table excellence. Her stall is a masterpiece of freshness and design. With vibrant colors, balanced layouts, contrasting textures, and purposeful garnishing, she transforms local produce into an art form. Her table, always abundant with yams, dashing, vegetables, herbs, and spices, which offers the best prices, exceptional quality, and unmatched customer care. Through her consistency, her creativity, and her dedication to fresh local food, she has uplifted farm families, strengthened food security, and shaped the rhythm of our rural economy. Congratulations again to Mrs. Helena Leighton Williams. And this award sponsored by West Coast Cooperative Credit Union and the MOAF-BGE. Our next award for Outstanding Huckster of the Year. Honored audience, today we celebrate a true guardian of Dominica's food heritage, Mrs. Mandy Benjamin, the Outstanding Huckster of the Year. For over 35 years, she has carried the flavor of Dominica across the Caribbean, delivering fresh, high-quality produce to St. Kitts, Montserrat, St. Martin, Anguilla, and beyond, even nourishing our proud diasporans who depend on the taste of home. She has upheld the standards of the Fresh Produce Act, strengthened farm families, preserved our food culture, and built resilient regional trade links that keep Dominica's name shining abroad. A champion of resilience and a bridge between our farmers and the region, she reduces post-harvest loss, expands opportunities, and keeps the story of Dominican agriculture alive in every shipment. We proudly honor Mrs. Mandy Benjamin. And this award is sponsored by Dexia. Thank you so much, Honorable Lockhart Hippolyte. The next awards will be presented by Honorable Lakia Joseph. Outstanding Primary School in Agriculture of the Year. School days are indeed happy, happy days. And ladies and gentlemen, the Outstanding Primary School in Agriculture of the Year is presented to the Dublin Primary School. This powerhouse of young agriculturists has shown resilience, creativity, and true Dominican spirit. The students plant it, they grow it, they water it, they weed it, and they proudly eat it. From crunchy cucumbers to juicy tomatoes and giant lettuce heads, these budding agri-stars are mastering real agribusiness, and their harvest feeds the school, it supports families, and it boosts food security in the West. With greenhouse magic, classroom garden plots, fruit, trees everywhere, and incredible support from teachers, parents, volunteers, and of course the Ministry of Agriculture, the Dublin Primary School is growing more than just crops, they're growing leaders. Big cheers, big smiles, and big congratulations to the Dublin Primary School. And this award is sponsored by Bloombox. And distinguished guests, get ready because the outstanding secondary school in agriculture of the of the year, it goes to the unstoppable, the unbeatable, the incredible. She put up her hand already. Castle Bruce Secondary School. And the CBSS came all the way through this year, growing everything from fresh vegetables to forest trees, turning up the heat with over 500 hot peppers, powering a strong poultry unit, and mastering aquaponics like true agri-scientists. They fought through water shortages, sea blast damage, even frog invasions, and still came out on top. And that's resilience for you. That's innovation, and they're led by the powerhouse herself, Mrs. Mavis Geist. And we need to make some noise, a little more noise for the Casabus Secondary School. Congratulations to you. And this award is sponsored also by Bloombox. The Youth in Sustainable Farming of the Year. Just 28 years old. Duani is farming like a veteran, a pro. He's managing 15 acres of crops and livestock while cutting greenhouse gas emissions with climate-smart practices, soil-saving techniques, and water-efficient systems. By adapting to climate change and rolling out mitigation strategies on his farm, he's proving that young farmers are not just the future, they are the climate action heroes of today. And here's the twist. He protects the country day by day and protects our food security by sunrise. With resilience, with innovation, and pure Dominican determination, he supplies fresh, high-quality produce year-round and keeps our rural economy thriving. Congratulations to you, Mr. St. John, a true climate champion, a youth leader, and a sustainable agriculture superstar. The award presented by WUSC Caribbean. The next award, the Agro Processor of the Year. The Ministry of Agriculture is proud to present the 2025 Agro Processor of the Year Award to Mr. Kevin Vidal. A resilient farmer, agripreneur, and innovator from Salisbury, Kevin rebuilt after Hurricane Maria and grew KV Enterprise into one of Dominica's most dynamic agro-processing businesses. His popular products, which include green seasoning, pepper sauces, cocoa bombs, coconut cream, sorrel liquor, and the new KV white vinegar. They showcase exceptional value using the best local ingredients. Through sustainable farming, strong family support, and strategic investments, he has expanded production, strengthened partnerships with local farmers, reduced post-harvest losses, and helped to build a more resilient, food-secure Dominica. And we proudly present Mr. Kevin Vidal, Agro Processor of the Year. His award presented by Domlec and Jolly's Pharmacy. Thank you so much, Honorable Joseph. The next awards will be presented by Honorable Julian Defoe. The Aquaculture Farmer of the Year. Today we honor Mr. George Fontaine, a pioneering aquaculture farmer with over 15 years of service to Dominica's blue economy. From his 3 ponds in Bagatelle, he produces the giant freshwater prawn and is expanding into tilapia to strengthen food security. Mr. Fontaine supports rural employment, shares knowledge for sector development, and supplies essential spawners to the national hatchery, boosting resilience for farmers island-wide. His commitment to sustainability, innovation, and community advancement make him a deserving recipient of the Aquaculture Farmer of the Year. Congratulations to Mr. George Fontaine. And his award is being presented or sponsored by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy. Of course, that's not Mr. Fontaine, people? The next award presented for the Mariculture Farmer of the Year. Today is living proof that seaweed can pay the bills. 8 young men saw that sea moss wasn't just something to drink on a Saturday morning. It was a pathway to a sustainable livelihood and a stronger blue economy. And we proudly recognize the Tukari Sea Moss Group, Clearwater Mariculture Ventures as our Mariculture Farmers of the Year. The group was formed only in 2024 and built a thriving sea moss farm in Tukari. It now operates 8 cultivated lines of, I don't know what this is, young man. Tell me what this is. What's its name? No, the Uchuame. Yeah, that. They are also They are also leaders in marine conservation, helping establish the monitor lobster nurseries that strengthen reef resilience. With plans for value-added products and continued sustainable growth, the Tukari Sea Moss Group stands as a model of innovation, rural economic advancement, and blue economy leadership. And we congratulate you once again, the Tukari Sea Moss Group, Clearwater Mariculture Venture. Honorable Roland Ray wants to take all the credit for your award. I'm just saying. Thank you, and that award is sponsored by Do It Center. The Young Fisher Folk of the Year. It gives us great pleasure. We are so proud to honor Mr. Shannon Daru, a powerhouse in Dominica's fisheries sector. With 19 years of dedicated service at the Marigot Fisheries Complex, Shannon has risen from trainee to one of our most skilled and reliable full-time fishermen. Trained under the legendary Mr. Gilbert Burton, he now masters FAD and longline fishing, supplying premium tuna, marlin, mahi-mahi, and snapper that support both food security and our rural economy. A true ambassador for sustainability and the blue economy, Shannon inspires young people to follow in his footsteps and build a vibrant future for the sector. Please join us in celebrating the Young Fisher Folk of the Year, Mr. Shannon Daru. And this award proudly sponsored by Auto Trade. The Outstanding Fish Vendor of the Year. We proudly honor, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Sango, a fish vendor of the year. For 32 years, he has been a vital link in Dominica's blue economy, purchasing, processing, and supplying high-quality fish to communities, restaurants, and major hotels across the island. His consistent adherence to food safety standards, his support for local fishers, and his contribution to rural economic growth and food security make him an outstanding example of resilience and sustainable fisheries development. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Sangu. And this award presented by Jacko Speeds. The next award is for Outstanding Fisheries Officer of the Year. We proudly recognize Ms. Diana De Gallery as Fisheries Officer of the Year. Since joining the department in 2006, she has grown into a dedicated, highly effective fisheries liaison officer, supporting fisherfolk, strengthening data systems, and advancing sustainable fisheries management. Her work contributes directly to rural economic development, food security, and Dominica's blue economy. Through her professionalism, her leadership, and commitment to service, Ms. De Gallery has made an exceptional impact and is truly deserving of this award. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Diana De Gallery. And this award is sponsored by Occasions Gift Shop and the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy. Thank you so much, Honorable Defo, for your service, and we welcome to present the next group of awards, Honorable Roland Rui. Outstanding Beekeeper of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Cyril Robinson, widely known across Dominica for his compassionate service as a dentist, has also become a quiet but powerful force in the nation's beekeeping sector. What began as a hobby over a decade ago evolved into a purpose-driven enterprise after Hurricane Maria. Today, under the proudly local brand Shawford Gold, Dr. Robinson manages 4 apiaries and more than 60 thriving hives. Beyond production, he is a dedicated mentor to the young and aspiring beekeepers and a committed leader on the board of the National Beekeepers Cooperative Society. Through service, through stewardship and resilience, he continues to nurture both people and pollinators. We proudly honor Dr. Cyril Robinson as Beekeeper of the Year. And his award being sponsored by Do It Center. The next award for Livestock Farmer of the Year. Miss Pearl Langford is celebrated as Livestock Farmer of the Year for her exceptional dedication and growing leadership in Dominica's poultry sector. Rising to a family challenge, she took over her mother's operation in Mont Prosper and transformed it into a thriving enterprise. Today, she manages more than 1,000 layer birds and supplies fresh, high-quality eggs to supermarkets and local shops across the island. Known for her versatility, she also produces broilers and grows crops on a small scale, demonstrating her strong commitment to a diversified and eco-friendly farm. Pearl's resilience, attention to quality, and passion for sustainable livestock production have made her a trusted contributor to Dominica's food and protein security. We proudly honor today Miss Pearl Langford as Poultry Farmer of the Year. Her award sponsored by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue Green Economy, and the Dominica National Lottery. The Outstanding Producer Organization of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the Northeast Agriculture Women's Movement with our Outstanding Producer Organization of the Year Award. Founded in 2010, the group has become a powerful force for sustainability, equality, and rural economic advancement. Through good governance, organic fertilizer production, and over $228,000 in agricultural investments, they continue to strengthen value chains, support farm families, and build resilient food systems. Their peer-to-peer training empowers women farmers island-wide, advancing technology, markets, and food security. Congratulations to the Northeast Agriculture Women's Movement, an inspiring model of leadership and transformation. This award is sponsored by Roseanne Charles L. Chamber and the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy. The next award, the Most Sustainable Traditional Crop Enterprise. Ladies and gentlemen, today we honor Mr. Hendrix Williams, our Most Productive Traditional Crop Enterprise Awardee for 2025. At 73 years old, he remains a pillar of resilience and sustainability in Dalis, preserving the heritage of Toloma and bay leaf production while supporting sustainable livelihoods and strengthening food security. Through 8 acres of diverse crops, his Toloma grating facility and his bay oil distillery, used by 85% of his community, he has advanced rural livelihoods and added tremendous value to Dominica's traditional crop industry. We congratulate Mr. Hendrix Williams. And his award is sponsored by PISLM. The Horticulture Farmer of the Year. Our 2025 Horticulture Farmer of the Year is Mr. Diane Peter Douglas of Bourne. With over 30 years in floriculture, Mr. Douglas has built one of Dominica's most impressive ornamental enterprises, cultivating more than 100 plant species across multiple locations and using both open field and greenhouse innovation. His sustainable organic practices, investment in agribusiness, and support from a strong farm family have created jobs, strengthened the North rural economy, and expanded export markets. Through his brand, Paradise Valley Garden, he has advanced value addition, landscaping, and ecotourism while beautifying iconic national spaces and supporting multiple community and church projects. And we proudly congratulate Mr. Diane Peter Douglas, the Horticulture Farmer of the Year for 2025. And his award proudly sponsored by HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited and the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy. Come back, come back. You forgot the check. Thank you so much, Mr. Douglas. The Crop Farmer of the Year. The Ministry of Agriculture proudly honors Mr. Peter Vanti Vidal of Salisbury, a pillar of Dominica's agricultural strength for over 40 years. Managing a productive 10-acre enterprise across Montrachet and Salisbury, he consistently supplies passion fruit, cucumbers, dashing, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, tomatoes, and other key crops, earning recognition as one of the region's largest and most reliable producers. His commitment to good agricultural practices, sustainability, and resilient food systems has strengthened local value chains, supported supermarkets and vendors, and advanced the rural economy. Through employment of full-time and part-time workers, he continues to uplift community livelihoods. For his excellence in production, for his leadership in sustainable farming, and his dedication to Dominica's food security, we proudly recognize Mr. Peter Vanti Vidal as Crop Farmer of the Year 2025. And his awards are being sponsored by Jacko's Feeds and Occasions Gift Shops. Award for the most climate resilient farmer of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to honor Mr. Khan Jos Vidal, our most climate resilient farmer of the year 2025. Cultivating 11 acres at Salisbury Heights, he has transformed his farm through powerful climate smart practices, contour planting, mulching, windbreaks, water harvesting, drip irrigation, and stormwater management. His innovations strengthen food security and protect the environment. This youthful farmer can't stop the rain, but he can surely teach the land to listen. Congratulations to Mr. Khan Jos Vidal, a true champion of climate-smart agriculture. And his award today being sponsored by PISLM. The innovative and technology-driven farm of the year. Bethel Farm of Salisbury, led by brothers Charles and Burl Vingadier, is a standout model of innovation in Dominica's agriculture sector. Managing 67 acres, they operate a modern commercial livestock enterprise with cattle, small ruminants, and a state-of-the-art hatchery producing 6,000 chicks monthly, significantly reducing the island's dependence on imported chicks. Their use of electric fencing has transformed pasture management, improving herd control and overall efficiency. Their unique 3-story small ruminant facility supports feed production, animal care, and manure processing in a seamless, technology-driven system. With improved livestock genetics and dedicated hay production, Bethel Farms strengthens national sustainability, reduces costs, and boosts food security. So the Ministry of Agriculture proudly awards Bethel Farm as the 2025 Innovative and Technology-Driven Farm of the Year. The award is being sponsored by IKEA. The next award, Outstanding Family Farm of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly honor the Deschamps family, our Outstanding Family Farm of the Year 2025. For over 50 years, 3 generations of farmers have delivered climate-smart production, farm-family teamwork, and high-quality produce that meets Trade and Fresh Produce Act standards, supplying supermarkets, resorts, and vendors across Dominica. They embrace innovation, partner with extension services, and open their farm for training and climate action demonstrations. And as they like to joke, on the Deschamps farm, everybody works unless you can outrun the person passing you with the hoe. Congratulations to this incredible family for being the Outstanding Farm Family of the Year. And the award is sponsored by Belfast Estate and the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy. The next award, the Woman in Sustainable Farming of the Year. Today we proudly honor Mrs. Heska Shatter, our Woman in Sustainable Farming awardee for 2025. From the hills of Montjoy and Despo, she has built a resilient, sustainable farm producing white and sweet potatoes, ginger, vegetables, and thriving livestock enterprises that strengthen food security and rural livelihoods. A leader, an educator, and vice president of the Central Universal Farmers Group, she inspires the youth, uplifts farm families, and drives innovation in Dominica's agribusiness sector. Congratulations again to Mrs. Heska Chata, our Woman in Sustainable Farmer of the Year. And her award is sponsored by the WUSC Caribbean. The Agricultural Service Provider of the Year. Bloombox Garden Center has distinguished itself as a pioneering force in Dominica's agricultural community, a unique enterprise that bridges commerce and sustainability. Located in Roseau, Bloombox provides a full suite of gardening and agricultural supplies, from tools and potting mixes to plants, herbs, and beekeeping equipment. More than a supplier, Bloombox is committed to advancing sustainable, climate-smart agriculture. Through its emphasis on innovative solutions and knowledgeable, community-oriented service, Bloombox empowers both amateur gardeners and professional farmers to adopt eco-friendly practices and efficient water and crop management. In doing so, Bloombox supports rural livelihoods, strengthens food security, and contributes to the growth of Dominica's green economy. So, ladies and gentlemen, a richly deserving recipient of the Agricultural Service Provider of the Year, Bloombox. And this award is sponsored by Jungle Bay Hotel. The next award is to the Outstanding Extension Officer of the Year. And ladies and gentlemen, our 2025 Outstanding Extension Officer of the Year, Mrs. Natoya Esprit John. And she has spent over 13 years empowering farmers with innovation, sustainability, and scientific excellence. A champion of soil health and natural alternative inputs, she trains farmers in organic fungicides, insecticides, and plant boosters, strengthening farm families, food security, and rural resilience. Her leadership in the Tomato Farmer Field School, her precise soil testing, and her agribusiness initiative, Plant Organics, make her a transformative force in Dominica's agricultural and food industry. So we are proud today to honor Mrs. Natoya Esprit John, Extension Officer of the Year 2025. And her award sponsored by Pinnacle Law Chambers. Thank you so much, Honorable Royer. We appreciate that. And we welcome Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre to present the next award. Special Recognition Award. Ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate a man whose name is practically stitched into the fabric of Dominican agriculture, Mr. Ricky Brumant. For more than 40 years, Mr. Brumant has grown far more than just crops. He has grown people, policies, partnerships, and progress across our nation. From trekking the hills of Vieques as a young extension officer to serving 15 remarkable years as the Director of Agriculture, Mr. Brumant has been the steady hand, the calm voice, and let's just be honest, the unofficial chief problem solver of the sector. He has carried Dominica's flag to global platforms, shared boardrooms with ease, and mentored an entire generation of agricultural leaders and helped shape the modern, resilient agriculture that we see today. Mr. Brumant has opened doors for young people, supported the career paths of many, and helped more Dominicans get excited about agriculture. His leadership, humor, humility, and deep dedication to national development have allowed him to advocate for farmers, guide national programs, or simply motivate a team with that famous Brumant energy. He has always gone beyond the call of duty. And this evening, we proudly honor the mentor, the leader, the opportunity maker, Mr. Ricky Brumant, with the Special Recognition Award. The long-standing commercial fisher of the year. We honor this evening, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Henderson John, our long-standing commercial fisher of the year. With over 25 years on the water, Mr. John has strengthened Dominica's blue economy through sustainable fishing using FADs, pots, long lines, and innovative practices that keep our marine resources thriving. He supplies local markets and exports to St. Thomas and Antigua, proudly flying Dominica's flag across the sea. And he always reminds young fishers, presentation matters, never skip your training. Wise words from a master of the craft. Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, in celebrating Mr. Henderson John, a true champion of Dominica's fisheries sector. And this award proudly sponsored by Jungle Bay Hotel and the Dominica National Lottery. Auto trade as well. And Yamaha, sorry. Oh, and auto trade, Yamaha. Very well. Lots of sponsors for you, Mr. John. Well done. Thank you so much. The Long-Standing Commercial Farmer Award. Ladies and gentlemen, this year our long-standing Commercial Farmer Award goes to Mr. Julian Theophile of Girodel, a man whose 30 years of dedication reflects strength, resilience, and a deep love of the land. His multiple cropping system is cultivated on 7.5 acres of land to include citrus, avocado, vegetables, herbs, and white potatoes. And contributing 16 years to egg production, he has been a reliable pillar of food security and rural economic growth. His consistency, his innovation, and his outstanding service have shaped the agricultural landscape of the South. We proudly honor Mr. Julian Theophile, the 2025 Long-Standing Commercial Farmer Award recipient. And these awards sponsored by L'Express des Îles and the Dominica National Lottery. The Fisher Folk of the Year Award. We're proud to present to you our Fisher Folk of the Year, Mr. Shane de Gallery, a dedicated full-time fisherman with over 21 years of service to Dominica's blue economy. Operating from the Roseau Fisheries Complex, he leads a three-man crew, strengthening rural livelihoods and supporting national food security. Mr. de Gallery is known for his professionalism, safety at sea practices, and his commitment to training and sustainability. His accurate and timely data submissions greatly enhance fisheries management and marine resource protection. For his leadership, resilience, and outstanding contribution to sustainable fisheries development, we proudly recognize Mr. Shane de Gallery. This award is sponsored by NCCU and Optifarm Eye Care Center. I see Yamaha is there. Yamaha and HHV with Church or L'Express? L'Express des Îles. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, our final award for the evening, the Farmer of the Year Award. Our 2025 Farmer of the Year, Mr. Stefan John Jules, rises from the rich farming heritage of Salisbury, where his grandfather planted the seeds of passion that became his life's calling. Today, cultivating 25 acres of crops to include exotic fruits, pineapples, yams, citrus, vegetables, and root crops, he supplies fresh, quality produce to markets across Dominica, strengthening food security, advancing the rural economy, and showcasing resilience and sustainability in every harvest. Mr. John Jules is a model agripreneur. He thinks big and he plants big and he harvests even bigger. Rain or shine, Mr. John Jules is devoted for his unwavering dedication, exemplary stewardship of the land, and exceptional contribution to national food security. We proudly honor him and we proudly salute Mr. Stefan John Jules, the Farmer of the Year for 2025. And his award today sponsored by NBD and Optifarm Eye Center.
Much. Another round of applause to all of our awardees this evening. You know, every time I come to these awards, Minister, I feel like I should plant something after I leave here. You know, I am very inspired and motivated. So maybe next year I might get back here, the Farmer of the Year. We'll try something. Okay, so we also would like to recognize the FAO for sponsoring all of the plaques that have been presented today, in addition to the sponsorship of the prizes that have been provided by all of the sponsors who were represented today. So let us thank the FAO as well for their contribution to today's ceremony. And to thank everyone else, before we thank everyone else, I would like to thank Ms. Sheena Harry for doing an excellent job with her ever so soulful voice for reading our citations. Thank you very much, Sheena. And to thank everyone else, I would like to invite Honorable Akia Joseph to offer the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everybody. To Your Excellency Silvani Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience and Social Security, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Roland Roye, our Agriculture, Fisheries and Blue Economy Champion, Honorable Julian Defoe, our Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture, as well as Honorable Shakira Lokat Hippolyte, representing the parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central constituency, my other cabinet colleagues who are present here, Your Excellencies, the members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, I recognize Ambassador Chu Mao Ming, Miss Karen Privo, our Cabinet Secretary, Permanent Secretary, Ryan Anselm, other Permanent Secretaries, our awardees, our guests, members of the media, and ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Just like Capsec said, I was about to say I feel very inspired when I see people who excel are recognized for the work that they do. And I want to give a special salute to all of the women, and I want you to join me in congratulating the women in agriculture. I don't want to be biased, but your stories and your presence really lit up the award ceremony, and we want to congratulate you. You continue to champion innovation, resilience, and creativity in every corner of the sector, and really want to thank you for that. We also pay deep respect to our veterans, the pillars of this industry, those of you whose hands, hearts, and hard work build the pathway that young people like me and others can walk on. You have planted more than crops. You have planted the knowledge, courage, and possibility. And we want to thank you for your sacrifice, your mentorship, and your example. To our Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Roland Roye, and our fisheries expert, Julian Defoe, our Permanent Secretary, and the Ministry, the staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, thank you for your unwavering leadership. To our Extension Officers and our Extension Officer of the Year, Ms. Natoya, we really want to say thank you for all the work that you do in the Extension Unit. And to our Project Implementation Unit, all of our stakeholders and supporting organizations, the government of Dominica, and our friends at the Chinese and Venezuelan embassies, we say thank you for your partnership and commitment to the growth of this sector. To our sponsors and supporters, thank you so much for your dedication and support. We also want to extend our thanks to the Cuban embassy as well and our Cuban ambassador. Together, we share a vision for an agriculture and fisheries industry that is modern, resilient, profitable, and youth-driven. An industry where farmers, fishers, and processors are empowered through technology, training, access to finance, improved infrastructure, and stronger markets. An industry where every citizen understands that food security is national security, and where our rural communities thrive through opportunity and innovation. To all of our farmers, fishers, and processors, today has been your day. We honor you, we appreciate you, and we stand with you. We want to encourage you to keep going, because your work feeds families, it sustains communities, and strengthens the economy. You are nation builders in the truest sense. As we close, as the Ministry of Agriculture, we pledge our continued support to you. We will continue to invest, to advocate, to innovate, and collaborate so that agriculture and fisheries remain pillars of Dominica's development and pride. Congratulations once again to all of our awardees. Your excellence inspires us, and your dedication strengthens our nation. And now, as we wrap up the formalities of this year's recognition ceremony, we invite everyone to relax, mingle, and let the celebrations continue at the cocktail that follows. Today is a day of pride, community, and achievement, so let's all enjoy it together. Thank you, and God bless you.
right, thank you very much. We would also like to, before we leave for the party that we were just invited to, we would like to share some tokens of appreciation. We do have a token of appreciation for Her Excellency, Sylvanie Burton. Thank you very much for joining us today. And also, we are very happy that Mr. Burton, First Gentleman, has joined us today. And we do have a token of appreciation. Of course, Her Excellency and Mr. Burton are also farmers, and we want to recognize them for their work, not just home, but also on the grounds of the state house. Backyard farmers as well. Thank you very much for joining us today. I would also like to present to Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, the Acting Prime Minister. Oh, these are exotic plants, from what I understand. Okay. Maybe something to help it grow. We would like to recognize Honorable Shakira Lokan Hippolyte. Also, we would like to appreciate Honorable Julian Defoe, Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Okay, special recognition, of course, to Honorable Roland Royer, our Minister for Agriculture and our champion. We also have an award for Miss Sheena Harry. Also, Honorable Akia Joseph, thank you very much for being here today. We would like to recognize Mrs. Dion Dura Smith. She's not here today, but she assisted with presentation of the citations, preparation of the citations. So, Miss Harry, can you receive on Mrs. Smith's behalf? I see we have a token for Miss Karen Prevost. But it should be a plant, you know how it's Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. As Honorable Joseph indicated earlier, there will be a cocktail. Oh, we have one more. Yes, Miss Abia, of course, for our national anthem. How could we forget? Okay, that's it. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for joining us here today. Also, thank you to those of you who joined us online. I believe we were streaming live. And we invite all of you to join us in the cocktail reception on the grounds of the State House. At this time, I invite you to stand for the departure of Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Okay, that's fine. We would like to invite all of the awardees to join the Minister and the Acting Prime Minister and the rest of the members of Cabinet up front for a group photo before you proceed to the cocktail reception. And the sponsors as well. Okay, so awardees, sponsors. On the outside, we do it on the step. Outside would be better from what I understand. I'm not sure if there's good lighting. The rest of you, please feel free to join us on the outside while the Ministry of Agriculture organizes themselves. Thank you very much, everyone.